Hi folks, welcome to Perf Mentor's Microlearning session. In today's learning session, we are going to discuss about goods receipt. What is goods receipt? What is the business context of goods receipt? What exactly happens in the real world out there? How do we create goods receipt in SAP? And what is the performance testing context of goods receipt? What is the importance of goods receipt in performance testing? So these are the things we'll be discussing in this video session. So let's get started. So before we get into the details of goods receipt, let's try to recap the overall purchasing process and where exactly this goods receipt fits in. Let's do a quick recap. So as you all know, the overall purchasing process consists of the purchase requisition, where when there is a demand for a particular product, a purchase requisition will be created within the organization, and as a following step, a purchase order will be created and sent to the vendor or the supplier requesting for the materials. And following the purchase order creation, there will be an inbound delivery created once the company receives the notification from the vendor or supplier. The next step following the inbound delivery is the goods receipt. So let's try to understand the standard definition. Goods receipt is the process of recording the receipt of materials into your inventory. It signifies that the goods ordered from the vendor have been delivered and are now physically available in your warehouse or storage location. So now let's try to understand what happens in the real world, right? Once the goods are delivered by the vendor or the supplier to the company's warehouse facility, it will be shipped through a container or a truck, right? Once it reaches the warehouse facility, the store associate, what they're going to do is they have to ensure all the products that they have requested has reached their facility. So they need to scan each and every product and make sure it matches with their purchase order. So that's exactly what happens in the goods receipt. Okay, so there are two types of goods receipt, RGR and DGR, rough goods receipt and detailed goods receipt. The truck or the container will have so many products, right? So scanning each and every individual product is going to take a lot of time, and they cannot hold the truck in their facility for a very long time. So for that, what they do is they do the rough goods receipt. At a high level, how many pallets has been received to the facility, right? They will quickly scan the big cartons or the pallets, and they will do the rough goods receipt. Once the rough goods receipt is done, the truck can go out of their facility. And following that rough goods receipt happens the detailed goods receipt, where they scan each and every product and make sure the quality of the product is good, and they will add it back to their inventory. So that's what happens. So how this is done, let's see, right? So it can be done in two ways. The goods receipt can be done using the SAP GUI, using the MIGO transaction. We can hit the MIGO, enter the details, and we can do the goods receipt. Or in most of the big retail companies, what happens is they will have this inventory scanning device where they will scan the cartons, or if they want to scan an individual product, they scan it for the UPC or the SKU code. The scanning device will internally trigger the MIGO transaction on the SAP backend. So this goods receipt and the MIGO transaction can be done internally by SAP GUI or a Fiori application, or externally through a third-party system using some scanning mechanism, but internally it triggers the same MIGO transaction only. So these are some of the common ways how the goods receipt can be done. Remember the T code, MIGO is used for doing the goods receipt. Now let's talk about the performance testing context, right? This is one of the key transaction that has to be considered for the scope of performance testing, because if a truck arrives on a store and if the scanning or this MIGO transaction is going to take a lot of time, right, it's going to result in a lot of performance issues, right? Like, the inventory will not be immediately added back to the store, so that sales order can be created for this particular inventory. So it's critical the products are added back to inventory as soon as it reaches the warehouse. When the product from the vendor or the supplier reaches the warehouse, the quicker we add that products to the inventory, we can sell it to the customers. So it's important that it needs to be at its top performance. So goods receipt is a definite candidate for performance testing. That's the end of the session. If you want to see more such videos and tutorials, please do like and subscribe our video. Thank you.